We're second in the Premier League, and in today's episode we play Manchester City, who unsurprisingly are top. This could be a defeat today, but with a Japanese wonder kid in the team, who knows? Welcome back, folks. The last time you was with us was for the two games against Reading and Chelsea. 3-1 win against Reading, which we played really well in, deserved the win. 2-1 defeat to Chelsea. I said at the time I felt we were unlucky. We deserved a point out of that game. Since then, we've played 4 games. 1-0 win away from home against West Ham. I'm going to get to them in a moment. Then a 1-0 win at home against Tottenham Hotspur. Mohamed Sham getting on the score sheet there. Alan Marrick against West Ham. Then against West Brom, we saw the return of Kenta Mahara. Now, he hasn't been missing or anything like that. He's just not been on the best of forms lately. But he was back to being on good form against West Brom, scoring a goal. Anderson Duarte, Zahouri and Maric also getting on the score sheet. And then against Everton, a nice, lovely 3-1 win at home. Anderson Duarte, Alan Maric and Kenta Mahara with a penalty. Mahara also got an assist in that game as well. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring you back to West Ham is because as I was looking through this in the prep for this video, I noticed that there was 84,690 people in attendance. And I'm looking at that thinking, how was there 84,000 people, nearly a Wembley-sized attendance, for a game at the London Stadium? Well, West Ham have got themselves a new stadium, Bobby Moore Park. Very imaginative. And, well, I suppose it's more imaginative than Tottenham Stadium. And it's an 84,690 all-seater stadium built 2 years ago. And, yes, 84,690, whatever it is. They're basically filling that game, that stadium, for a game against us. So, clearly, that number of fans, or that size stadium, isn't enough. They could get a bigger stadium and fit more people in. It's madness. But then when we look at the competitions and we go to the Premier League and go to records and attendances, West Ham have the biggest stadium in English football. They're like 10,000 or over 10,000 more than Manchester United. Old Trafford have not expanded Old Trafford. And I just think that's absolute crazy that West Ham, I mean, they've got something like the second or third, I think it's about third actually, biggest capacity stadium in English football at the moment in real life. But for them to go from 60-odd thousand to now 84,690, and they're packing it out every single week by the looks of it, that is insane. I am absolutely gobsmacked. Anyway, if we have a look at the table, we are second in the league. 18 games played, 13 wins, 2 draws, 3 defeats. So 3 defeats have come against Chelsea at home, Arsenal away and Brentford at home. The Brentford at home one does seem a bit of an anomaly to me, but it is what it is. Today we played Man City. We've only lost 1 game, but that was against third place Chelsea, who we have also lost against. So by the end of this episode, we could be top or closer to Man City. We could also be out of the top 4. Now, bearing in mind, this is our first season back in the Premier League. I think we're having a terrific season. Kenta Mahara, as you see here, the player stats, the average rating, the player of the match awards, he's a massive player for us. When he plays well, we play well. Another look at the finances, because as I said before, we are in a bit of a financial mess. We have £38.7 million in the red. We've got no transfer budget now, as I moved all of that into wage budget, but we're still like £1,000 overspent on our wage budget. In terms of what the club think about that, they still say we're on course for working within the wage budget. That's fine. Maybe it's because we're overperforming at the moment. I mean, basically, we need to attempt to avoid relegation. So the way we're going at the moment, we are doing absolutely fine. We have nothing to worry about. So let's get into today's game, or first of today's games. And this is a team that we're going to go with. We've got Callum McKenna in goal, Mensah on the left, Martin on the right, Bitshiabu, Ortega in the middle. I did wonder whether I should play Ortega. I was umming and ahhing about it. I was going to bring Finley-Eyed or Luca Killian in, but in the end I decided to stick with Ortega. Solis and Zahouri in the midfield, with Duarte and Mihara out wide, Sham in behind Maric, who's been doing pretty well for us at the moment. In terms of injuries, Valentin Barco's out injured, that's why Mensah is playing. Akazvatny is also out injured. He's out for another few weeks. Barco should be back in like a week's time. And Bradley Barcola, our other striker, left-sided, whatever, he's out. He's back to where he could feature against Southampton, but we'll see how Maric does in today's game. So let's submit the team. Let's get on with the game. Now, obviously, playing against Manchester City, especially away from home, I'm absolutely not expecting to win this game. I am expecting this to be a defeat. But you saw there on their form guide, 2 wins in the last 5 games have not been amazing. And when you've got Kenta Mahara in your team, anything is possible. You have to believe. Him and Fernandes on that right-hand side, such a good combination. So, Solis has just given the ball away. Luckily, they've missed that. How, I don't know. But Solis almost... I mean, they got Lamine Yamal in their team. I mean, Manchester City rightfully should be dominating English football with the team they've got. You know, Haaland up front, Lamine Yamal. They've still got Ruben Diaz by the looks of it as well. And, you know, plus all the other players they've got. I mean, they're just an amazing team. This highlight's still ongoing. I'm not sure if it's still the original highlight or not, but that was a poor goal kick from McKenna. He's just passed it to a Manchester City player. We're not helping ourselves out here. That's been quite an intense first 10 minutes. Right, they have a corner. Luckily, it was a feeble attempt on goal. McKenna manages to pick the ball up. I'm a bit concerned this could be quite a heavy defeat with the way we started this game. And maybe being on a positive mentality isn't the right thing to do against Manchester City. And there's Lamine Yamal. Lucky Abraham. I mean, I'm assuming he's a regen. We're going to go to cautious, I think, because we're going to get battered if we don't. We've not even had a sniff at their goal. I mean, possession-wise, it's been pretty much 50-50, although they are starting to dominate possession now. But, well, we've had a shot now, so... Right, we have a throw-in. Here we go. This could be a moment, folks. Duarte will take the... Well, it's meant to be a long throw, but you don't really do long throws. Here's Bitshiabu to Solis, Zahouri. Oh, Duarte's through and scored. Oh, the referee's got his finger in his ear. He's going to disallow it because it's us. If it was Man City, it wouldn't be disallowed. Oh, he's giving it. Yes. We're 1-1. We're playing cautiously. We've had a nice bit of possession there. Right, here we go. They have a corner. Lamine Yamal. Thompson. It's over, thankfully. Velasco with another corner following. I'm running that. I'm losing count of how many corners they're having. How many have they had so far? Only 4. I feel like we've seen 6 or 7 already. I mean, you play against this Man City team and you know that when you're us anyway, a newly promoted Crystal Palace. Right, we have a corner. Are we going to go in at half-time? 2-1 up. Duarte with the corner. He's going to be aiming for Bitshiabu. Here is Bitshiabu. Mahara! Oh, is it both posts? Oh, Kenta Mahara. Oh, how did that not go in? He's hit both of the posts. I mean, yeah, they've been slightly better statistically, but it is only slightly better. Well, I'm happy with your performance, lads. Keep going. It's 1-1 at half-time with Manchester City. I'm really happy with this. Yeah, you look at their team with Araujo, Velasco, Yamal, Haaland. I mean, they've just got such an amazing team. I mean, it says that we've hit the woodwork once. I think we've actually hit it twice because we hit both woodworks. But, right, Mahara's looking quite tired. Solis has not been playing well. We'll take him off for Fernandes. I say he's not been playing. He's been playing okay. He just hasn't been great or anything. The problem we have at the moment is we don't actually have a left-back because, like, if Mensah, who in theory is actually a right-back who wants to be a right winger, we're playing him at left-back. I think we probably stick with what we've got at the moment, although I might bring Noama in for Maric up top, just to give Man City something different to think about. Right, here's Mensah, Kwaku Mensah, who's making his run forward. Fernandes to Zahouri. Here's Mahara, goes back to Ortega. Martin Fernandes, can you get across into the box? Oh, he's at the post. Mahara, Fernandez. Oh. 65 minutes gone. It's still 1-1. Right, they have a throw-in our third. Here's Varela. I mean, it absolutely opens up on him. That was poor defending. So the referee don't look at that, does he? He doesn't think there might have been someone in an offside position or anything, but... I mean, there obviously wasn't, but, you know... Right, what are we looking for now? I think we have to take Mensah off. Probably going to put Finley-eyed. I mean, Bitshiabu can do it. We can put Finley-eyed in there. We bring Sabari on for Sham. I mean, everything's telling me I should take Kent to my heart. Again, 6.6 is not really performed again today. I mean, when they're young, when they're 19 and 20 years old, you have to expect that you're going to get inconsistent performances from them from time to time. Here's Jeremy, I presume that's Jeremy Pino. Because why wouldn't they have all the world-class players? Oh, it's disgusting. It's 3-1. I mean, to be fair, I don't think either of their, or any of their goals have been because they've broken their defence down. They've been like weldies from tight angles or outside the box and things like that. And yeah, this is... I think 3-1 is quite harsh, honest, to be honest. I don't think this has been a 3-1 defeat kind of episode. And they're now going to score fourth, because of course they are. You can't keep Erling Haaland missing. Oh, referee's going to look at this one, is he? You're going to disallow it? Do us a favour? Oh, he has. Thank you. About time. I mean, a bit late. You could have disallowed one of the other two goals, but... Yeah, 3-1 defeat. Oh, for God's sake. I mean, these lot get unhappy all the time. There's no pleasing them. Right, we're at the halfway point. I mean, look, we're at the halfway point. We're fourth in the table. I'll take that all day long. I don't think we were trounced by City or anything like that. And that's away from home. Southampton, who we play next, are in 13th. They've just been beaten 3-1 by Arsenal. So they've had a 3-1 defeat as well. Okay, I'll see you for the game against Southampton. Right, this is something I never usually change, but if we look at our finances, as you can see, our wage budget is 1.8 million, 1,807,000 to be exact. Our committed spending and our current spending is 1,808,000. So we are about £1,300 over our wage budget. And looking at this, if we click avoid relegation, we'll suddenly be well under our wage budget. Avoid a relegation battle and we're even further under our wage budget. I never usually change this because I always think you set yourself up for a fail if you do. But I am thinking, because at the moment we're on an attempt to avoid relegation. We're fourth in the league. We're halfway through the season as well. I think I'm actually going to tick avoid relegation because, I mean, if we get relegated from this position, then quite frankly I deserve to be sacked. So, yeah, I think I'm going to confirm it, which I have done. And now we are under our wage budget by nearly 200,000, 198,000. So, yeah, hopefully now we can avoid relegation. Let's go and play Southampton. Right, so the transfer window is now open. We have got a few players that are wanted. The only one I'm really concerned about at the moment is Bitshiabu, as he's wanted by Feyenoord, Al Hilal, Al Nassr and Al Ittihad. And he does have a £35 million release clause in his contract. Kenta Mahara as well also has a £35 million release clause in his contract. I'm not worried about him because nobody's after him at the moment. But if we can finish well this season, I'm hoping to try and at least get that release clause upped as part of a new contract for him. But let's get into the team that's going into today's game against Southampton. McKenna in goal, Mensah left back, Martin right back, Bitshiabu and Ortega in the centre of defence. Ortega's just been given the runner-up for Young Player of the Month award as well. Fernandez comes in for Solis in the deep line playmaker role with Zahuri alongside him. Duarte and Mahara out wide with Saibari coming in from Mohamed Sham and Maric up top. Bradley Barcola is now back from injury, but he's not fully fit, only recommended 45 minutes of action. So I've not brought him into the squad. Barco's still out, as is Akazvatni. let's get into the game. Hopefully we can pick up a win here. We are the home team. We are much better than Southampton, if we're being quite honest. As part of the pre-match expectations, the board are expecting a draw from this game and the supporters are expecting a win. So the board and the supporters are at disagreement with each other over their expectations for this game. Here's Duarte, who's through early doors. He's going to be disappointed. There's a similar situation that he was in against City. Right, Duarte with the corner now. Outswing. I don't know why he's doing an outswing. We have him set for in-swingers. I might have to check this afterwards because we do in-swinging corners mainly to the near post with the occasional one to the far post and the occasional one to the centre. So to see him doing an outswinger is not great news. Southampton with the ball into the box when McKenna comes out and claims it. He's going to look for someone now to get the ball out to. Instead decides to just pump it upfield. Mahara heads it on. Marriage is through. Well, that was a really poor bit of defending from Southampton. But Marriage shows what can happen if you concentrate, if you harass, if you press. He pounced on the mistake there. That was absolutely fantastic. Giving us a 1-0 lead. Good tackle from Mahara. Mahara seems up for it today. Shame he couldn't be up for it against City. But, I mean, look, Man City can make any team and any player look average. Here's Saibari. He's through. Cross it over for Mahara. I said he looked up for it. His 14th goal of the season. Mr. Mahara. 2-0. And we are, after 15 minutes, in absolute dreamland against Southampton. At home in the Premier League. We didn't want to lose back-to-back games. And unless we absolutely crumble from here, then I don't think we're going to. Mahara with a free kick. Comes out to Zahuri. Finds Alan Maric. That was odd. I thought it was going to be given as a penalty. Then Doyle tackles him. And now Southampton can try and counter. And the counter-attack's certainly on. But they're taking a little bit too long with it now. We intercept. Zahuri gives it to Mahara. Do your magic, Kenta. And he has done his magic. His second of the game. His 15th for the season. Duarte with the assist. Oh, I love it when Kenta Mahara's on form. When he turns up to a game, which to be fair is most of the time. He is such a delight to watch. He is amazing. Best player I've had on FM24 so far by a mile. That was a really good first half. 3-0. You can't complain. We've had a lot of shots on target, so I'm happy. Absolutely. Let's just go out in the second half. You can drop down to second gear now. You don't need to be at the top of your game. Fernandes intercepts. Can't quite find anyone, but here comes Martin Fernandes now. Gets it in for Maric, and it's just gone wide. I'll tell you what, even though Alan Maric, I've not really played him that much as a striker before this season. Ortega heading it just wide by the looks of it. He has actually been pretty decent in that striker role, especially now he's settled into it. He's been given a few games to acclimatise to it. I mean, that was a nice little header from Mahara. Here's Bitshiabu. Duarte goes back to Mensah. Fernandes. Here's Zahuri. He's into the box. He gets a cross in and it's a goal from Alan Maric. That's his 11th goal this season. I think that's his second of the match as well. And we are 4-0 up after 51 minutes. And it is just constant from us. Oh, they've intercepted. This is the counter-attack. Mahara's tracking back. I mean, look at Mahara go. That boy is so good. Tracked back, won the ball. Snuffed out any danger. Maric gets tackled, but Fernandes gets it back for Zahuri. Into the box. Oh, I mean, we are hungry for goals. We really are. Zahuri. Martin Fernandes. Highlight ends. I mean, this has been a phenomenal performance from us so far. Look how tired they are. There has only been 2 days between games. And I'm assuming that Southampton have not really rested anybody. What we are going to do, though, is Kenta Mahara. Well, you say his name right if you like him so much, Damo. We're going to take him off because we need to treat him a little bit with kid gloves. We're going to bring Liedemar on as well for Duarte. And you know what? I don't often make triple substitutions. But Bitshiabu can move out there. Luca Killian can go into the centre. We're 4-0 up. If we can't rest some players for the last 25 minutes then when can we? I don't want to concede a goal. I like clean sheets. I don't like dirty sheets. I mean, we have absolutely dominated this match. An XG of over 3. You don't often see that, especially when there's not been any penalties. We're going to make a final 2 substitutions, and I think Zahouri can come off for Dan Neil, and Finley Hyde can come on for Martin Fernandez, give him a bit of a rest as well. Everyone's been playing really well today. This has been more like the Crystal Palace that I'm very much falling in love with. I mean, I know this is only the 3rd club of the series, and we've not really moved far from our original home of Aveley. Aveley, Colchester, Crystal Palace are not too far away from each other. But I really don't think we have any reason to move anywhere else. Who's out injured? Who's laying down out behind the goal? Well, here's Mohamed Sham. He's dazzling little run from Sham, and he almost hit Marriage. So Marriage, is he going to be? It looks like he's coming back on, so he's not too badly injured. Sham with the corner. It's another outswinger. Why are we taking outswing? Really need to look at this, because we shouldn't be doing outswinging corners. We're supposed to be doing in-swingers aiming for Bitshiabu. Right, here is Bitshiabu to Fernandez, to Liedemar, Sabari, Dan Neil. Oh, he loses the ball. Well, there's a reason why you're back up, Dan, and why you could well be gone in the summer. Oh, we've dirtied our sheets. Oh, the referee's got his finger in his ear hole. Go on, disallow it, ref. I'll give you a tenner. Actually, I'll give you 20. Ah, keep the money. I hate that when you're 4-0 up, looking like a really nice clean sheet. Because 4-0 just looks so much better than 4-1. Right, here's Sabari. Get a 5th. Finley Hyde, his first goal of the season. Ismail Sabari with an assist. He's actually got quite a bit of potential, that Finley Hyde, but he's being held back a bit by Eric Ortega and Bitshiabu. So 5-1 win. Would have been better if it was 5-0, but 5-1 win. We can't complain at that. We move up to 3rd in the table. We do have a game in hand over Chelsea as well. We're still 4 points behind Man City. So Man City just lost. Yes, they have. They lost to Chelsea. Wow, look at that. So Man City, we've lost against Chelsea. Though Chelsea have gone above us. We're still 4 points behind the league leaders. We've got a game in hand over Chelsea. I mean, I'm not looking at winning the league. What I will say is I am looking at potentially finishing in the top 7 so we get a European place next season. I'd absolutely love to get into Europe. So, yeah, what a really good performance. Marriage is out injured 1 to 2 days. And next game's against Leyton Orient. We'll leave him out of the FA Cup. We don't need him out. And next league game is away to Bournemouth. So if we have a look at the schedule when we're going to come back. Oh, I hate it when it does this. Can we just... There you go. So the next time we'll come back, I think we'll come back and do Brighton and Liverpool. I don't want to do Liverpool and Man United because we've done both of those games earlier on in the season. So if we do Brighton and Liverpool, depends if we get through. I mean, I'm expecting us to get through the FA Cup. If we get through in the FA Cup and we have another FA Cup game around here, we might come back for that. But as things stand at the moment, Brighton and Liverpool will be when we come back for tomorrow's episode. Thank you very much for watching, folks. It's been an interesting episode. The expected defeat against Palace, the expected comfortable win against Southampton. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications if you want these to pop up in your inbox and see them as soon as possible. 6 p.m. every evening, Monday to Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.